Bienvenidos, damas y caballeros. Hello, everyone. Hello, a todos. Thank you all for tuning in. Your hosts today, I'm Johnny.
And I'm Tom.
And I'm Tadeo.
We are three American expats coming to you from the gorgeous, fantastic city of capital city of Buenos Aires, Argentina. The country with highest inflation and always protesting. This is the podcast about everything but nothing with some expat life, news, and comedy thrown in. This is The Velvet Hammer.
I just have to protest.
Yeah.
That opening was just a little. I
thought of it and I was like, oh, but then I forgot what I thought about, so it didn't come out as well as I wanted it to. Sorry.
It's fine. Hey, but this will come out okay.
Yeah, sure will.
Ooh. What do we have to do?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we're doing the Imperial Court again.
Yet again.
Imperial IPA.
Wow, we've been on
IPA.
We've been on like Brahmas and Quilmes so long that I think some of you might have forgotten our Imperial Court. So please enjoy that Imperial Court.
I think we had a discussion about IPA like last week or the week before.
Week, yeah.
So
IPA, APA.
Yeah, that'll be episode
I'm drinking
17 if you're listening.
And this is 18, right?
Yeah, welcome to 18.
I'm drinking a cream stout here, so it's a little bit
Stout.
darker, a little bit.
Yeah, Tom and I are on IPAs.
I know my cousin loves these cream stouts, so it's very strange to call beer cream, but.
Yeah, but it is a stout, so it is a creamier, thicker, heavy beer.
Yeah, it's a very.
Yeah.
Very heavy and it's black.
It's almost like
coffee.
Yeah, it's
I know.
coffee,
I could never drink a straight stout.
Oh, God.
There was a English restaurant in Omni International in Atlanta where I worked, and they had a drink they called an ARF and ARF, because it was ARF stout and ARF lager. Half and half. ARF, but it was called an ARF and ARF.
Okay.
I guess that's how they say it there.
So what do you like? They mix the lager into the stout to lighten it up?
Yeah, it was on draft. They do a half a glass of lager and half a glass of stout, and it kind of softens the stout a little bit.
Yeah.
It was really pretty good. I liked it.
They're thick, heavy beers. I mean, if you make a chili, you should generally throw a stout in it or a bock.
Well, that's a good idea.
You need a nice, good, heavy beer in it.
Oh, God, I haven't had chili for so long. Oh,
all right, we'll take you to the We'll take him the Dieteticas. They call the bulk food store where they sell all your dry goods, like your beans, your corns, your dry corns, rice, flours. We got to take you there one day so you can get a stock up, because, wow, with a little bit of ground beef, chopped up all the veggie.
The veg. Yeah.
That's okay.
I was about to say verduras, but okay, that's the Spanish word. Verduras. I'm losing my English.
Oh, it's terrible.
I'm losing my English.
It's terrible.
But it was so good, and I poured a bock in. It was really delicious. Well, a stout.
Yeah, a nice. What is it called? There's like a dark beer that's known across the states.
Oh, it's called
Guinness. Is it Guinness?
Guinness.
Yeah. Guinness is that's a stout.
Guinness is
that's really good for chili. That's also good for Irish car bombs.
Yeah.
Which we took. I think of the three of us last. Was it one or two?
2 years ago.
St. Patty's. We took.
St. Patty's. Yeah.
Oh God, that night! Oh,
yeah.
Geez, come on!
We had just met.
We had just met.
Yeah.
It was that night that we came up with the name Velvet Hammer.
Oh yeah,
that's what
it was. Yeah,
that was that night walking down the street. Because when I sold pianos, I had a little newsletter I sent out to my salespeople. I titled it the Velvet Hammer, and this is because it's a way to really hit somebody hard, and they'd never know what hit them.
Look at that!
How
far we've come!
And it was that night. I still have this movie in my mind of us walking down the street, and I said the Velvet Hammer, and everybody just cracked up.
Like, this is good. That's really good.
Yeah.
It's soft yet hard.
2 years later, or 1 year later, I lose track of time.
Yeah,
that's about a year later. Yeah, it was a year ago.
Yeah, and we're about to close up. I mean, if you've been with us, thank you all for listening. We are so happy that you're here, and we're going to come back. We're closing our season up. This is 18. Well, yeah, this is 18. We're going to 20, and we're going to start showing you what we have in the coming weeks for you for season 2. We have a lot of things that we're thinking of, and we can't wait to show you.
Some teasers.
Yeah. So thank you for being here. Stick with us. There's some great things in the pipeline. amazing things in the pipeline.
We love show business.
Oh yeah. Oh. And yeah.
That's a joke. Oh, I've got a show business joke. I don't know if I've ever told you this. I don't think I have. But there was a kid that grew up in a little town in Kansas, and he always wanted to join the circus. And he never could. The circus was come through town, and he was too young. He finally got a job in the circus and went on tour with the Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey Circus. Really? So the circus comes back through his hometown, and his parents come to visit him to see what he does. And they say, well, what do you do here? You're actually in the circus. We're so happy for you. And he says, yeah, it's great and everything. He said, hey, Johnny, we need you over here. You got to go to work. And so he goes over and he puts a chair at the ass end of an elephant, and he sticks his arm in the elephant's asshole.
Oh my God.
All the way up to his shoulder.
Oh God.
And he pulls his arm out, and it says, well, they get kind of constipated sometimes, and he gets sprayed over with shit.
Ew.
And his parents are going like, God, son, how can you do this? You've got to get another job. And he said, and what, get out of show business?
Oh, Lord. Get out of show business.
Show business is show business.
Yep.
Show business is show business.
Yep. Oh,
I think that sums it up. You pretty much get shit on all the time.
That's it.
Yeah, you do it all for the show.
And you come back for more.
Wow. Oh my God.
Show business.
Literally, this is what we've all agreed to put ourselves through then by deciding to get into this industry.
Show business is nasty.
We're gonna get shat on. Oh no.
Oh, I don't know if I should go on a darker note, but you know how all of our child idols are coming into like a bunch of, I guess you would say, court trials and stuff now. So Weinstein, Bill Cosby, like all of your idols when you were a child in show business are actual terrible people in real life.
Supposedly, yeah.
Supposedly. Now, even what's his name, P. Diddy, Will Smith,
God.
they're apparently abusing children or having their sex rings, and
God.
show business is weird. Be careful in there.
Jesus, I'm scared. What if I turn into what? Wait, I might already be. Oh my goodness.
Brings it out.
Okay, let me zip on that one.
Yeah, they'll be playing this tape in the courtroom.
Yeah, they're like, didn't he already admit to it? I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. I stopped before I done.
Yes, it was in 2024.
Yeah.
Yes, he made this statement.
Well, but do they have a right against self-incrimination here?
I don't know.
I don't know what you can do here.
Well, here.
Well,
the power was today.
Yeah.
So in your introduction, you said there's always strikes. So today it was a national paro, a national strike. Nothing is moving. No buses, no subte, no trains. I should say subway. No trains. There's businesses are shut down.
The airport's closed.
That's right.
Both airports are closed.
No trash pickup.
Right. No trash pickup.
That's
that's
important.
gonna be terrible.
Oh, and it's amazing how fast the trash piles up.
That is,
They don't come by.
Yeah, I mean, because it's a high profile, like
high
density city, and they have these big barrels right out, not barrels, but there's like they call dumpsters right outside, like
cesspools.
Like imagine a dumpster behind your Albertsons or your But they have this on every single corner because all these people come downstairs from 15, 16 floors and they all bring their trash and they put it onto this dumpster. And maybe 2 or 3 buildings will share one dumpster. So you have all the apartments in this 16, 20 floor building, all the restaurants, all throwing into this dumpster. And that thing fills up really quick. And so, we
had to walk here because there were no buses, and we were walking past dumpsters that were full.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
full to the brim, and there's trash
even
around
the little things
already.
on the light poles where you're supposed to put your cigarette, those are full.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Courtesy trash.
I do love that about the city. Everywhere there's little trash cans hooked into light poles, so you don't have to throw your trash in the street. You can throw it into the dumpster or the trash can. And they even have cigarette put-outers on the top of them.
A little
so you can,
chrome plate on top of that.
Yeah, so you can put your cigarette out and throw it into the trash. That way you're not contaminating the river, which is, we live on a river. You're not contaminating it with your cigarette butts.
You use that like every once in a while.
I
still see you flicking cigarette butts into the streets.
Yes, but then that's in more rural areas where they don't have them every single corner. In the city, here I usually I'll hold the cigarette butt just to the thing and
put it out. Yeah, it's
put
only
it out, throw it in.
every 100 meters.
Yeah.
But the good thing about the dumpsters filling up today is it's already turned cool here because we're really heading full strong into autumn here.
Yeah, true.
And so it doesn't stink. In the summertime,
Yeah.
you have to hold your breath when you walk by
Ooh.
these things.
Yep.
It's just price of living in a big city. It's dense. I know the population density. I don't know. You can look it up. It's like so many people per square kilometer.
Yeah.
And Barcelona is one of the most. In Spain, Barcelona is one of the most densely populated cities in the world.
Not New York.
No,
We could look this
Barcelona
one up,
is
yeah.
more.
Yeah.
It's more because Barcelona is like all 15, 60-story buildings where people live.
Damn.
It's a small town, but it's really, really
Yeah, that
dense.
has to do with the
Oh,
density. It has to do
interesting.
with the area and then how many people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I'm thinking,
actually,
How many
Tokyo.
people per square meter?
Yeah.
yeah, and actually, I don't know if this is still true, but 10 years ago, the most densely populated city was Athens, Greece.
Interesting.
Wow.
It was crazy. Well, I went to Athens one time, and what it is, you got 8-story buildings, and then you have a 1-lane road that separates you and a small sidewalk from the other building across the street. You can literally look into the other apartment across there and have a conversation.
Hey, what's
I mean,
up?
it's really dense, and it was the most
Wow.
dense city. I don't know if in all of the world, but at least in Europe.
Okay.
They must have had those clothes hanging lines like from one. You've seen these in movies where they have like the clothes hanging line
Right.
from one
Building
side
to
to
the
the
next building.
the other, and all the clothes are hanging in the middle of the street.
Right.
That's a very New York thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
New York, that's
Yeah.
probably one of the most dense places.
Probably.
I'm
It's
thinking
like-
Tokyo.
Oh, yeah. Like those
Yeah.
island nations, those island cities.
Yeah, well, they're just Asian, that little area. Yeah.
But then they're also like super highly efficient. And
London-
They built
yeah.
shit right the first time.
London's
is-
probably up there too.
United States, we're all about space and we love
War.
our space.
Missiles.
Like give me a gigantic ass huge condo. So like only 2 or 3 people live in this condo in a 50-story building,
Yeah, I don't even think
100-story building, whatever.
we're not so much about space anymore. I don't think.
I
the
guess we're
States
getting
are about
stolen.
space.
That's true.
We think more
And-
about.
New generations are coming into the United States right now. The new generations are growing up. Our generation, generations younger, they're starting to become in their 30s.
The
So they're
TikTok
changing
generation.
things. Yeah. Fair.
Well, the generation's going over here in this power island. Wow.
Right. Ooh. Well, speaking of Paro, it also all this austerity measures being put in by current President Milei, the
Oh, yeah,
economic output, the industrial output of the country is now at its closest to pandemic levels as it's been in a long time. To just give you some numbers, it's down 20%, 21% over the year last year. So last March, 21% different. Furniture down 40%. Electronics and tools down 43%.
Damn.
Metal and machinery down 33%. Cars and transport down 25%.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. It's huge. But I say
50%. Wow.
I kind of like I'm kind of seeing like they pulled the rubber band so strong in the Peronism, they got so far from capitalism that we didn't even know what real prices were. So now that it's snapped back, these are probably actual capitalistic numbers. These are probably how it's supposed to be if you weren't given
Well, I mean,
this is what it's supposed to be, given
Yeah.
no subsidies, no government intervention. These are the actual capitalistic numbers. This is the new benchmark in which
Yeah.
we will see growth in Argentina. That's what I see.
Tom was just saying at the supermarkets, no one's spending on food or on meat.
Yeah.
Even
it was
even
down
more impactful.
in the last month. Grocery buying spending was down 15%.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
people just have to eat less.
Yeah,
Do with less food.
Eat
Right.
less,
Eat
and
less meat.
Eat
yeah.
less meat.
right.
Yeah.
Which
like-
sucks because there's so much meat here.
Oh
It's
yeah,
Argentina.
which is probably why they're all exporting it now.
That's so sad.
But I mean, it is. That does give me hope, though. Like, everyone sees this as a bad thing. Oh, the economy contracted by 20%. I say, no, that 20% used to be covered by the government. Now it's not being covered by the government, so the businesses are going to take it over. So this is, I think, the new
like
level. This is the base. This is the new base. This is where we should be.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and that's what's happening. We're trying to get this country back in line so it can function
Yeah.
by itself with the population
And-
out there working, not
Right.
getting handouts
Right.
from the
And
government.
I think a lot of what's the financial markets in other countries are loving it so much that that investment you need to get the engine running again is literally about to pour in. I think because now we're back at a normal level. Like this is what this is what it is without subsidies. So now we can invest in actual business, not government subsidized business. Because you can't trust the government, you can trust the business. The business always wants its money.
We're trusting the government with Malay right now.
So
he's had 150 days today.
Oh wow!
Really?
Happy 150 days, Mr. Malay.
Wow,
Half a year,
5
basically.
months. That's
5
nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not that, and he's done a lot.
He's
Yeah.
got another 3.5 years to go.
Yeah.
We got a
And
long
he
time.
has knocked this place into order. He has knocked it into order.
He met with
Seriously.
I think we talked about this last week, but he met with Elon Musk
Yeah.
recently.
They
we did
posted
talk
a new
about
tweet
that.
a couple days ago. Invest in Argentina. Him and Elon Musk, like
that's
with their
why.
thumbs up. Invest in Argentina. I was like, wow. Elon Musk is saying invest in Argentina.
Ooh.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm in the
Good.
right place then.
Yep.
Well, it's a good thing to do.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff here. There's
Yeah.
a lot of good people
Look
here.
at us knowing that.
Beautiful cities.
Right. Yeah. We
were
got here.
trendsetters.
Yeah. We were here before you. For all of you who come and live here after us, we were here first. Thank you.
Yeah, we
We
saw
were
the
here
trends
first.
coming.
We were here
We knew
first.
it.
Yeah. well, we can find you an apartment in one of our buildings.
Right.
When you
Exactly.
come.
Yeah.
Thank you for supporting us. Like and subscribe on your favorite podcasting app.
Yeah, come to our new real estate agency, the house that Tom built.
Yeah. Uncle Tom's Cabin.
That's so bad.
Uncle Tom's Cabin. Properties Limited. Uncle Tom's Cabin. Properties Limited.
Well,
The house that
that,
John built. That might work. Yeah.
that book is outlawed in the United States schools.
What?
No.
Uncle Tom's-
They cannot have Uncle Tom's Cabin in an elementary school anymore.
Yo,
I went through. I don't. This was like maybe 20 years ago, and I don't remember the other titles. But
was-
there were a lot of books that they just took out of the curriculum.
Okay. I definitely read Uncle Tom's Cabin in high school.
Okay.
So maybe they put it back out.
Give me a little synopsis on that.
Because
I had never read that book.
I didn't read it either. But it's,
plantation, escape nigger, gets and tries to make his own life.
Okay.
okay. Great.
It's like
What?
simple black story.
But there's like this
like plantation black story.
This
yeah.
is black amongst the black
Yes.
community.
Yes,
They say
you got it. You nailed it. That's right.
they always call he's an Uncle Tom.
Yeah.
And
But,
Uncle
yeah.
Toms are like kind of sellouts or something, or they're not.
Yeah,
I don't
Uncle
know.
Tom tried to
Something
get.
weird.
I'm not even going to do it.
Would
Here.
he sell out?
Well,
He would turn.
If I'm even the smallest bit wrong, I'm going to get beaten up.
All right.
So
all right.
I'm not even going to do it because I'm
There's a
not
reason
sure.
he was called.
It was a
Uncle Tom.
long time ago. I was in the 8th grade.
You got to reread that.
God, like
Reread.
I'm old. That's I'm
well.
old. Yeah, we're old. Like we're not. I'm not.
Yeah. You're not in Kansas
I'm
anymore.
like 12 years out of college, like university. I'm old now. Like my 10-year anniversary of my 10-year reunion of college was 2 years ago.
12
Damn.
years out. I'm
Yeah.
decades out from college.
Yeah.
But speaking of getting eaten up, the fucking mosquitoes
There's-
are back.
Yeah, your prediction was wrong. Which
No,
I
it was
think-
right because they did leave.
Yeah, for a
they were
second.
gone for like
which was
weeks.
Yeah.
strategic, but
So
with
what's that all
And
about?
now they're back. They're
'Cause the
back
heat
in
came
with
back.
Vengeance.
Oh.
The heat, it warmed up again and got really humid. And then all of a
Oh,
sudden it was like
humid
warm
as
and
well.
humid.
But also like rained, like drizzled for 4 days.
Yeah,
It was like just
mist.
drizzly, misty.
Yeah.
It was so wet. Oh
Yeah.
my god. Everything's moldy and there's
Oh
mildew
yes,
everywhere.
dude, the buildings are molding.
Yeah.
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 Well,
Some
the
of these have
older
these
ones, I
old
would
stone
say, not
buildings,
every
yeah.
single one.
They're growing trees out of them.
Yeah. Plants grow out of the buildings because the buildings have the stone has turned into sand and gravel and soil, and they can grow from your building now. 'Cause
Yeah,
the
that's
stone
pretty
is
common in cities. Yeah, you see trees growing out of
Right.
corners and stuff.
Crazy.
Nature.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what was I? We were talking about college. I was saying after college, life kind of slows down.
Oh yeah. it
Because
does.
college, everything every
Everything's
day, you're
fast.
partying, you have new classes, you take 3 months of one class, 3 months of, and then afterwards you go into a job, and then everything becomes the same for like fucking 20
Right.
years.
It's-
you raise kids.
I think
or,
what happens in school, you're forced to learn on a daily schedule, whereas in real life, you learn as you accomplish things. And if it takes 2 weeks to I don't know build a couple studs on a wall of a house, Well, then you learn over the course of those 2 weeks. You don't learn at a boom, 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 boom every single day. Every single day you have to learn and then take a test on it. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Like we're learning at the pace of life versus learning at the pace of a school.
If you're putting up studs in for a wall and it takes you 2
Oh, no,
weeks.
it should take me a few hours. Yeah, that's only a few hours. But I was trying to come up with something.
Okay, well, you're being paid while you're learning at least.
And you're being paid,
and
right.
you're paid for this,
But you
this
learn
real world experience.
Yeah, but you're learning at the pace of life.
Yeah, I
Like
think things kind of
normal
slow down.
human.
Yeah, because in school everything is fast. You're
Boom,
making
boom.
friends, and then when you have your job, you're with your crew.
And then also you're inexperienced.
Like us here, we have a learning experience. Our crew things are happening.
I just saw a mosquito over there. Is that it? Or was
No,
that a
that's
smudge?
just a smudge on the wall.
Okay, okay,
God,
sorry,
it's a
okay.
smudge.
That's an
Sorry.
ex-mosquito. No,
Okay.
there's one right here.
Oh, I knew there was
I got
one. You got it?
No, no, there he is.
Oh, that's a fruit fly.
That's a fruit fly.
Oh, okay.
We're a little
Oh,
paranoid
Jesus.
about those.
Yeah,
things.
we
Go
really,
on.
we all had to. You heard it. So that's how bad it is. You literally get paranoid.
You
It
see
gets-
one, you want to get it right
yeah,
now.
yeah, because they are so paramount.
Paramount
Isn't that a
Pictures.
movie?
That's it.
Yeah, Paramount Pictures.
Paramount
yeah.
Pictures, yeah.
Streaming. I was gonna say something. Oh, speaking of bugs, so there, RFK, he's running for president. New questions are coming up about his mental capacity because he used to have a brain worm. A worm was in his brain.
No.
During his divorce deposition, he said
That's
it was,
an urban myth.
No, it
I'm
was-
not going to
it
believe.
was-
I'm sorry, Tadeo.
There are
No,
some
I'm
things
not
in
gonna-
it was
There are
it was in
brain worms.
multiple news
There are,
sources.
it's true.
Multiple news sources.
Yeah.
I got multiple
Shit.
news sources.
There are
Even-
brain worms.
I saw it in
like a tapeworm, but for your brain.
Did they
Yeah.
crawl in through your ear?
I don't know what happened, but it had eaten. He said in this deposition, it ate part of his brain and then died.
Oh God.
And just ate part of his brain and died. What the fuck? I know he was out there in the
It was
Amazon.
probably like really fatty and delicious. Like
Your brain is almost 100% fat. Yeah.
God.
But he used to be an
Imagine that.
environmental lawyer, so he was like out in the Amazon, out in the
Oh, so he probably picked something up.
So he
Oh,
might have picked something
okay,
up,
Which is
okay.
totally possible.
So there's questions about and he also had mercury poisoning.
Oh my God.
wait
This
a
man has gone to the
Jesus
ringer.
criminy.
He has gone to the ringer.
People don't like the way he talks. Have you ever heard him speak?
No.
I have. And yeah, he's got a.
Because he
Oh,
has like
shit.
spasms in his esophagus,
Oh,
in his,
no.
I guess his what's it called, the vocal cords.
Oh,
so he has to
Lord.
learn. He's like learning how to talk again.
Damn, but then if he can teach himself to learn to talk again, then maybe that shows the strength of his brain capacity.
Well, you only need 10% of your brain, right? That's what they say.
It's like when you get brain dead and then you learn to walk again
Well, he
against all
wasn't brain
odds,
dead.
you know?
You don't learn
ate
to
a
walk
small
again.
portion of his
no,
brain.
No, you don't learn to walk again after being brain dead. Let me explain brain dead. It's two words, and one of them ain't brain.
Dead.
It's called dead.
Oh, remember that Carrie Shivo case back
Terry
when?
Shivo.
Terry Shivo, that girl was dead, and
Yeah, she
the
was
husband
dead.
was like, "Let her go, honey," and the parents were like, "No," and that became a huge thing on the news.
Oh, God.
When you're brain dead, when your brain has not had oxygen and it's dead,
It's dead.
It's dead.
We need oxygen and we need water. And we need like a couple other nutrients, but oxygen and water.
Yeah, I mean, some people
Those
come
are
out of
things.
comas and stuff, but when you're brain dead,
You can last longer without food than you can with water.
They
Water will take you a long
They
time.
can't IV beer into you.
oh no, they
Wait,
can.
there are people that have like the rich and famous. They'll go out get wasted, and then as they sleep, put an IV in and completely flush.
Oh, that's
out
a thing in Korea.
all of that, all of your hangover, and it's
Oh yeah, you get all new
oh,
blood.
look at me with a broken sock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mick Jagger was doing that. Has been doing that for years. You just go in and get a complete
Just
blood
reach-
transfusion.
Yeah, like
All new
just
blood.
an IV bag.
Yeah,
I'd
IV
like
bag.
to do that sometime.
I
you
would
know?
love to do that,
Wouldn't
yeah.
that be? Oh,
Oh,
it must
yeah.
be incredible.
yeah.
Are we talking about blood or IV
IVs,
solutions?
IVs,
IVs.
like a hangover
Yeah.
IV.
It's called a banana bag. It has a bunch of vitamin B in it. It's yellow, and that's why they call it a banana bag. 'Cause it's yellow. And they plug that into their arm, plug it in, into their
Yeah.
arm. And so overnight, by the time they wake up in the morning, or even when they wake up in the morning, they can do the banana bag.
It's completely done.
Talking too fast.
Wow.
But I know
Like
people
no
do
hangover,
also
nothing.
do
Well,
blood
I
transfusions.
never perceived that as such a big problem that you'd have
Yeah.
to stick a needle in your arm and put a quart of shit in there.
Well, is that our technology has gotten so good that now we can make IVs and just give them to anyone.
Yeah, that's common in Korea. When you have a little hangover, you can go to the hospital because they have wonderful public health. just get a IV, sit there an hour.
I'm hungover. I need a banana bag.
But
Okay,
I
here
mean,
you go.
it goes
You can go to
right
hospital.
into your vein. It doesn't have to go through your stomach. And
Yep, right in. Pure.
But then what you were saying.
Well, I am enlightened.
Yeah.
What you were saying about blood, though, that does happen with, I think, what's his name?
The Clintons?
Neil Armstrong? Not Neil Armstrong.
The Clintons?
Yeah, I think that too. I think she drinks the blood.
Yeah, that bitch is a vampire. I'm sorry.
The biking guy, his name was Armstrong. Armstrong, he ran the Tour de France many times.
Yeah, the bicyclist.
Oh, with one ball.
Yeah, one ball, bicycle, whatever. Was it Armstrong? I don't even know.
Yeah, he was discredited.
Yeah, because he would put blood, he would put like extra thick blood into his body so that he would have more oxygen carrying, what they call red blood cells to carry the oxygen to his body. So that way his muscles would be better and he could bike further.
Right, but then...
And that was called doping.
But they didn't
that's
have,
technology.
They didn't have rules against that, so he did it.
I mean, that's wild.
And then they made a rule against it.
All that just to win? All he had to do really was just change his gender and join the women's biking.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
God damn, Tom! I just did a spit
Everybody's good. Breathe
He just
deep.
spat all over the
Breathe
place.
deep.
Oh my god!
One.
All he needed to do was change his gender. He could have won the women's world record. Easy peasy.
Oh my god! I had a spit take. Oh my god! I spat all over my.
Damn.
What would that take? A wig and some duct tape?
A little.
Oh, we can cancel. We cancel.
It's time to compete. Wait, God, where's that duct tape?
Ducting these boobs on my
Strap it back.
It's time to compete. Let's go. Oh my god. Let's get the duct tape out. Oh my god.
Hey girls!
Hey girls. Hey girls.
I'm here.
I'm ready to compete.
I'm gonna flame your ass. Come on, you just watch me.
Oh my god.
Oh no. Yeah, I had my last month, yeah. Oh no.
Oh Jesus, that was funny. All he had to do was just put a wig.
Some duct tape.
Oh my god.
Oh, but yeah.
Like you're using all this technology. No, it's so simple. Just buy a wig.
You bitch. Jesus.
I mean, sometimes I think, okay, so you can duct tape your thing, your unit, your point.
It's called.
What are all the names for a dick? Okay.
Yeah, but no, it's called
What's the word?
tucking. It's called tucking.
Tucking.
That's
Okay.
what drag queens do. They
Okay.
tuck
it.
I think we should go through all the names,
For dick?
words we know to describe a dick.
We'll do that on the after
Okay,
well, let's
hammer.
go.
Easy one's prick.
You'll pay for that
Pecker.
on the after hammer, ladies and
Prick is a
gentlemen.
big one.
Pecker.
A what?
Pecker.
Pecker is good too.
Peckerhead.
Joy
Wing,
pole.
wang, wong.
Dick. Thug muscle.
Joy pole is good.
Joyful. The lollipop.
Dong is another one.
Oh, the dong. Your tallywhacker.
Your
Tallywhacker's one. Your
the
thug
little-
muscle.
The little man in the boat. Oh wait, I'm changing gender again. I'm sorry.
Oh God! And that ends it. We're no longer coming up with any more.
We're not going to do that
synonyms.
anymore.
Yeah.
No, where were we? No.
Ladies and gentlemen, tune into the after hammer for all our thesaurus words.
Yeah, we're gonna go to Urban Dictionary.
No, okay, so if you want to tape whatever it is.
you tuck.
Your noun of choice, proper noun of choice. Okay, you tuck it. Okay, but I can't imagine untucking it.
Oh yeah, it hurts up here. Yeah.
God.
Ooh. Well, the
Yeah.
blood comes back.
Well, there's different
But
ways.
drag queens do this all the time, so they some
Well,
strong,
yeah, they do, of course.
strong
Yeah.
folks.
There's different ways to tuck.
I have- oh, yeah.
Some people like they try and push their balls in, and they push. You can push
Yeah,
your penis
it's-
back
yeah.
into the.
Because no, but
I
like
can't stand it.
no, like really.
Oh my God, where are we?
Really, it's
Where have we-
necessary because as a
where
drag
have
queen, you're
we
literally
gone?
walking out
Oh,
there as a
I
woman, and you'll be like in like crop tops and like body suits, and it's gotta look flat. You can't have the little bows hanging out of there, so they
No.
pull that shit.
Yeah, but there's a way to
Back.
take it. Like you have to. There's a form to this. You have to like
Yeah,
pull your
there-
balls.
there's a talent to
Some
it.
people they push their balls under their feet. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't even want to know.
I've.
I will never
one
be a
piece of
drag
tape,
queen.
or do you have to use?
I imagine there's a couple.
I think by now they have technology for it, like tuck sets. I think they have like tuck sets.
A tuck test.
A tuck set.
Tuck set.
Yeah, like a cup, except this thing you put it in and it just tucks you. I think they probably sell them now because there's so many drag queens and drag queens are getting so popular that I'm pretty sure a business made a tucking, and if they haven't, I'm creating it. Except I'm going to get a whole bunch of drag queens. Like, girls, how do you tuck? And let me figure out how to engineer a thing that they can just auto tuck.
I guess they probably anchor it in their asshole first. And,
Except
and they pull it front.
that's a lot. Yeah, I guess.
Some super glue or something. I
Yeah,
don't
but
know.
then you can't have your balls like leaching out on the side because you have two little balls right under your little whatever.
Yeah, and that cooter.
It depends on the size of your balls. I mean, if you got little balls, that's nice. Sometimes women got some
balls
tuck
with a
going
big
on.
smile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think it
God.
depends on. Yeah, are you
I still
endowed?
can't believe we're here.
I am
How
not
did
a-
we
I am
get to
not-
this?
Yeah.
God.
I am not a drag queen, so I don't know. I'm just gonna say that.
Oh, the FCC's coming down on this one.
Yeah.
It's good. Good thing we got the first 17 out.
That'll be our Spotify question for the week. How, for those of you drag queens that do listen to us, how do you tuck? We will put
You gotta
we will
pull
put
the
your
ball.
our favorites on the next episode. Oh God.
Pull the balls
What have we
around.
done?
I think we got here because you're not a drag queen. You're an athlete.
Oh yeah, that's how we
Yes,
got there.
that's right.
That's how we got
Everyone's an athlete. I mean, I don't think that's fair though. Honestly, if you were born as a male, you
And
are
you
built
transit
differently.
into
Imagine if
female.
Mike Tyson put on a wig and went into MMA.
He would punch a bitch out.
He would kill a bitch.
Yeah.
Instantly. I'm scared of that man. That man, Mike Tyson's scary.
Right,
But
so
imagine that. I mean, so now the thing is, there's this swimmer who's a male swimmer.
And he's competing against women.
He's competing against women.
as a trans.
Yeah, and I'm just like,
But he's like a male body.
Yeah.
Like you can trans like unless you like Oh, I'm gonna go into like some dark.
That might be a new
yeah.
thing. Maybe we should start doing a trans sport, like men, women.
That's
and
true,
trans.
right? Maybe trans should have their own sport because I don't know if you can like if you have a man's body competing against a woman's body. I mean, there are very strong and powerful women who can do better than men, and there are better men that could do better than women. It's all normal, but in the trans world, like, is it fair? Like,
Yeah.
what if a trans woman wants to compete against men? Well, is she gonna make a? Well, I guess she. Well, I don't know.
I think
she, he. I can't say.
I think it's
can't-
kind of
don't
up to
even
the
want to go
people
on this
because we
it's
used to
confusing to me.
in high school we had this girl who was really good at baseball, and she played on the boys team. But the thing is, our boys team was so bad that this girl was so good.
Yeah.
And she was like picture. She was wonderful.
She was a boss bitch.
Yeah. So I think if in that case, sure, go ahead. It's high school sports. Play together. Your children play. You know, your kids. But when you get like into like professional, like it's your job to do sports.
Yeah.
Maybe you should have a little bit more.
I knew there was I knew her. I mean, when we were kids, we were in elementary school, and she would be the only one who could go tit for tat with me. I'm like, bitch, blah, 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 blah. And we would just like fight each other. And she's like, oh, really? What? I was like, oh, you dumb girl, you don't know what the fuck's going on. We would like tiff at each other, and then we all grew up. And
Yeah, they
we
would
realized
fight.
that, well, like,
I guess
she's
gays
a
don't
lesbian
like
now.
Gays don't like.
I'm a
lesbians.
gay. So we knew when we were kids.
I remember one day they were
I
like,
held my ground at one
for
point.
some reason they were fighting over this broom because I guess we had to do chores.
Yeah, I was like, really?
And so he lets go of the broom and she's pulling it and she pulls it right into her nose.
And I pulled it back and she was yanking. I was like, are you sure you want the broom? She's like, yeah, I want the broom. And I let go. And she busted her nose.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And I just ran away laughing.
He's like, you goddamn faggot.
Like, you want a broom? Okay, broom with your bloody nose, beard. Sorry. But yeah, we were kids anyway.
Yeah, that's going. Oh, wait, we're halfway.
Oh
Am
my
I done
God.
with am I even done with mine?
No, I'm not. We're drinking
Time to break into a new one.
All right.
It's time.
Well, as we get there. Well,
Give me another subject. What are we starting on next?
What are we talking?
Well, so do we know about Bitcoin, yes?
Yeah, we know about
Bitcoin,
this.
that cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
And so in order to make more Bitcoin, you need computers mining for Bitcoin.
I never understood this mining thing.
I never understood it either.
So basically, I guess there's like, I'm gonna oversimplify this To the maximum. Please do not attack me. I'm going to try and make this like a kid talk. Like if I were to explain Bitcoin to a kid, there's a recipe for Bitcoin, and you can make that recipe once and you get 1 Bitcoin. But in order to get more, you have to keep making that recipe. So computers literally just do this recipe over and over and over again. But sometimes you don't get it right. So you'll make the recipe and it doesn't taste right, so you don't get a Bitcoin out of it. But you get sometimes you'll make the recipe right and boom, you found a Bitcoin.
Doesn't make sense.
I know, it's very hard.
Money. That's what
Where
I'm saying.
does the money come from?
Where's the money at?
The money comes from when you find a Bitcoin. Now you can use this as it hashes as a Bitcoin. It makes the dinner, and now you can sell that dinner to other people.
How about
in
this?
a restaurant?
Every piece of money has a number on it.
Well, yes.
So what are they? They're searching for this specific number.
And
that number becomes
millions and millions and millions and billions of numbers.
And so that number is only for that $1, let's say.
That one little Bitcoin.
Which is a Bitcoin.
And the value comes because we put dollars into Bitcoin. The value comes from us giving this number a value. So we say Bitcoin's worth 1,000 or 2,000, whatever it is right now, and that's what we give. But so there's tons of numbers that do not make Bitcoins. But then they get one, bing, and that's a Bitcoin.
Still doesn't make no sense to me.
But
can you sell a Bitcoin for dollars?
Yeah, of course. You can sell Bitcoins in any currency.
Where do those dollars come from? That's
from wherever you have them. If you have dollars in an American bank account, then you pay dollars and you get a Bitcoin.
They weren't your dollars to begin with. Okay, somebody had to put dollars in there.
No. Bitcoin mining is like mining for gold. You didn't have the gold, and then you got the gold, and now you get dollars from the gold that you mined up. You paid nothing into that gold. You get money. If you find a Bitcoin on your computer, that's yours, and you can take all the money from it. You didn't have, you find gold in a mountain. Nobody paid for that gold. That gold didn't exist until you found it. So you get the money for that gold.
Okay.
So the Bitcoin is like basically a piece of code.
It's a piece of
very specific piece of code that can be sold as it's a commodity.
A Bitcoin is the result of an enormous mathematical equation, and that's the answer. Each Bitcoin is the answer to this particular equation. And the equation changes every day, and it's constantly changing.
I'm never going to get Bitcoin.
Yeah, it's extremely complicated.
Okay, what's your point with
blockchain?
Bitcoin?
Anyway,
Because I'm never going to understand this.
Okay.
On that note, I will open the
Southern America, South American. Okay, break into it. Yeah. So the thing is that in high inflationary countries like in those countries in South America where you have high inflation, a lot of people are hedging their money with Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. So one of the largest crypto mining companies in the world, Genesis Digital Assets Limited, just made a deal with YPF Luz, a subsidiary of YPF, so the gas company.
Gas company here in Argentina.
Yeah, and YPF Luz is their energy sector.
Okay.
So they make power companies, basically.
Electricity.
Yeah. So you know how when you're making gas and you see those like pipes and there's like burning fire?
Mm-hmm.
They're flaring off gas that's unusable.
Mm-hmm.
They can't sell that gas, it's trapped, and it just flaring out into the atmosphere. So what their GDA and YPF have signed an agreement. They're going to build this gigantic cryptocurrent Bitcoin mining computers in one of their power plants, and they're going to use the energy from the flares to power the computers.
Smart idea.
So now instead of letting it off into the atmosphere, they'll burn it inside and make an easier capturable thing, I guess. And they're not going to let all that shit into the atmosphere, and they're going to cover their costs by earning Bitcoin. So now they're going to make money off of this thing that they used to call waste.
So Argentina, at least part of it, is moving towards Bitcoin.
Is moving towards, Argentina has been moving,
a sector of it.
Right, but yeah, and so
what
I'm thinking, like, what's his name? Milei is about to privatize YPF. So if they have this whole Bitcoin mining operation, who's to stop them from making even more money off of Bitcoin and their mining than they do off of gas? Capitalism.
Do they really make that money off of mining? You can make a lot of money off of mining Bitcoins.
But see, they're going to put all those megawatts into all those computers, and if they keep boom, and it's 2,000 a piece for Bitcoin right now.
2,000? I thought it was 30.
Let's ask Siri.
It's gone.
Ask Siri what
It's
Bitcoin
way
is right now.
Okay. Siri, how much is a Bitcoin worth today?
Per dollar, yeah.
Ooh, look at that. Siri. We're using our Siris out
Here's
here.
what I found.
Okay, what did you find? Bitcoin today.
Is
Look at that. Yeah, use your computer, Siri.
Go on.
say Siri, give me Bitcoin to the dollar.
I think I got it right here. I just got to get this ad out.
Oh, there it is, yeah.
$62,528
Per Bitcoin.
Yeah, I told you it was a lot.
So
It's
if they
at least
mine
30.
one Bitcoin, they make They have $62,000 that they didn't have to do anything for except burn gas that they were going to burn into the atmosphere anyway. Wasted gas now being used to generate electricity for their Bitcoin now. So if they get like 2 or 3 Bitcoins in like a couple months, they've made more than they probably make. I mean, 6 to
Oh.
18, yeah. Well, we don't know how.
$180,000.
Sure.
Yeah.
But now they have a Bitcoin opera. So they're mining. I mean, but I'm just saying, it's a thing. It's a thing that they're doing.
Wow.
Okay.
And they're taking all that out of the atmosphere.
Well, it's still gonna go in the atmosphere. If they're
Yeah, it
burning
is. But as a not just pure gas burning out, pure unfiltered.
Okay.
Let's get the
okay.
next one.
Next.
Yeah.
That I'm flunking Bitcoin class.
Oh yeah, I
But
still
I hope there's
understand.
not a test because
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to show up.
I do.
The
I
test.
don't understand my
I think
Bitcoin.
it's wonderful if you can make $62,000, by burning old gas
Wow.
Yeah.
and writing code.
Wow.
I mean, they don't
If I
have to
could
write
find
any
like
code.
one or two of those a
I
year.
still don't understand it,
Shit,
but that's
yeah.
okay.
I mean, I tried setting my computer on a mining, and my computer was literally frying and frying. Like it was at maximum, full fans blowing, CPUs all 100%, and it was like days and days, and then a penny dropped in. I was like, "King, I have a penny."
Wait, so you can find like part of a Bitcoin?
No, I was using a different.
A different coin.
Coin,
that
yeah.
doesn't worth as much. Okay.
Yeah.
I
'Cause
wish,
it
I
takes
wish I
an-
could. Okay, yeah.
But still, I was like,
I wish I could find a Bitcoin.
all of that was like days and days and days, and like the energy that it uses is huge. So it's really quite important that it's a energy company using their spare energy to do it, because Bitcoin
I see.
mining is
Okay.
very energy intensive.
Okay.
Extremely
yeah.
so.
It takes a lot. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, back
what
Your
you
computers
pay
are going to
for
go
it.
for massive. Your computers are going to crunch for days and days and days, maybe weeks, maybe months before they find one Bitcoin, and
That's wild.
Yeah, and then because they're doing mathematical,
yeah, but
they're
back
doing
in-
math,
Yeah.
complex math,
Well,
to like
I
100
see,
billion
yeah.
decimal points.
Thank you. No
Yeah.
need to get
Well,
more bigger.
when,
than
when
that.
I lived in Indianapolis, the big company there was Eli Lilly, the drug manufacturer.
drugs, baby.
And
Pharmaceutical.
they had
Yeah, but-
like 4 or 5 Cray computers at the time. They were the best computers. I mean, they were really fast. And when they were trying to find, you would know about this today, when they're trying to find a new drug to market, these Crays would just churn and churn for months.
Yeah,
And just
It
at
probably took
high
them months.
capacity, they had super cool rooms that they just pumped in the air
they were
conditioning.
probably so
that just
hot.
could just
Oh.
try to take the heat out of it, just to come
Yeah.
up with a formula.
Yeah.
And this is how they got, what was it, the big thing right after Tylenol, the big thing right after aspirin.
Okay.
I believe it was Eli
Right.
Lilly that came up with that with their craze.
Ooh, I don't know.
Or acetaminophen. Well,
That might
Tylenol,
have
Tylenol is
been-
acetaminophen.
Tylenol
Same
is
thing,
acetaminophen.
yeah. Paracetamol, yeah.
That was the first one.
Damn.
Then they got the naproxen. Now,
That's naproxen. That's
I
good stuff.
like naproxen.
That's good
Naproxen
stuff.
takes care of all my.
What is that?
gas.
Naproxen. It's a naproxen.
It's the latest one. Okay,
What
so
does it
when
do?
aspirin,
Is it like a Tylenol or an aspirin?
It's like a
It's a different-
anti-inflammatory.
it's a different
Yeah, it's a
thing.
different thing. It's
Okay.
all
so you started with aspirin, then you went
Went
to
to-
acetaminophen, and then you went to
ibuprofen.
ibuprofen,
Oh, yeah.
And then
and
you
now
went
it's
to-
naproxen.
Oh my
Naproxen.
God.
That's Aleve. You've heard of
Aleve. Okay.
Yes, Aleve.
You might know it as
Aleve.
Aleve. Yeah, Aleve. It's
Oh,
real. That shit's good.
Aleve.
Yeah, it's like yeah.
For my with arthritis.
Yeah, you can.
And some
Aleve
people
is
think-
real good. That's
Some
the
people
good
think
stuff.
an Advil
Oh,
is a
shit.
different drug, but all Advil is
I'm gonna ask my mom to bring some Aleve.
ibuprofen with caffeine in it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Advils are.
Caffeine, yeah.
Yeah, caffeine. With
And also,
so-
nice.
what was that other one? Bayer?
Bayer, that's aspirin.
Okay.
That came from they did a
Oh,
bunch of studies on,
okay.
yeah. I know, back in 2014, I used to own, I think I had 4 or 5 Bitcoin. And they cost like, I
Damn.
think they cost like $100 or some
You
dollars
would
back
be
then.
wealthy right now with those.
I'd have $1
Bitcoin.
million if I
6,
kept them.
12, 18, that'd be like
I don't know why.
124,000.
$6 million.
Yeah, like 62,000 each
That's
Bitcoin.
Times
6,
100.
12, 18, 24.
It's like a half a
Be
million or
$6
something.
million
20.
bucks.
You had how many?
I only had 6.
You only had 6
Oh,
Bitcoins.
6, okay.
So 6
Yeah.
times 6 is 36.
36?
Well, only $3.5
$360,000.
$3.5 million. Oh, you had
Thir-
6.
Six.
Yes, okay.
62,000.
All right.
So yeah, 360,000.
Just over $250,000.
Yeah. Damn.
You fucked up, man.
Yeah. Right. Holy shit.
Because this was before Bitcoin. Bitcoin
But yeah.
was back then. It was like an untraceable thing, so you
Yeah.
could buy Bitcoin and buy things online, and certain people required you to buy this.
Oh yeah.
So I was buying research chemicals online, and they required me to have Bitcoin.
Right. Because
So I bought a
it
bunch
was for
of
research.
My research, yes. And so I had bought a bunch of research, and yeah, and I spent them all.
Well, allegedly.
It sucked. Yeah, allegedly.
Okay. Okay.
So my
Enough of
research.
Bitcoin. I can't take it
Yeah.
anymore.
Oh yeah, right.
God damn
Okay.
it.
I'm,
Okay.
my-
You want to go? Can we
Yeah,
do
that's-
sports?
Well,
Oh,
sports. or
Well, I think we did sports. But
yeah, we did sports. Right. we
Oh,
got-
but I didn't bring this in on the sports.
Yeah, no.
Okay. So you know, this is Argentina. They love football here.
Okay, that's true.
Oh, you're talking
Soccer.
about the guy who crashed?
The Copa America. Well, no,
Oh,
it's a
no.
different thing.
Oh,
Copa
no.
America is coming up. Copa America, the
Yeah.
big football tournament in the U.S.
Yes, it's a cup of South
And
America.
isn't
South American
Messi up there right now? Is Messi not in the Copa America right
cup.
now?
He should be.
Yeah.
And this
So
is in
all
Miami.
these Argentinians want to go see him. So the Argentina Bullrich being the Bullrich being the security minister of the country, she sent a list of the what do you call it, the what they call John Wick after he left, the no discomunicados.
Discommunicados.
Argentina sent a list of the discommunicados of football stadiums in Argentina. There is a list, a federal list of people who are so violent in soccer stadiums that they are not allowed in soccer stadiums.
Damn.
Oh, I've heard how intense it gets
Yeah.
in these games.
Yeah.
They're crazy.
They
I've
are.
never been to one. Have
We
you?
need never. We need
Yep.
to go
I
to
refuse
one.
to go.
We know we should.
There was
go.
a BOGO. There was like the last death was 2 years ago. Somebody
Lord.
got murdered in a football stadium because they were so antagonistic over the win or loss or whatever happened.
Yeah, I know.
So Argentina collects names. They're like, you got convicted of doing violence in a football stadium. You are never allowed in a football stadium ever again.
Excommunicado.
And so they sent this list to the United States saying, either it's up to you whether they let them into the country or what was it? Oh, what did I write? I'm
Turn
like,
them back.
how the U.S. takes it, or whether these people even have enough money to get to the U.S. or not.
I don't even think they do. Yeah.
I was like, wait, they probably can't even afford to get there. But
No
still,
bad shit.
these names are on a list.
No.
My God.
kidding.
And they sent it to the State
I
Department.
mean, that's how.
She sent the list to
crazy
the
people
embassy last week, and they sent it over to the U.S. So we don't know.
So how many people is it?
I don't know.
is. Like
I don't know.
hundreds.
100? Tens
Yeah.
of thousands?
Yeah, who knows?
I mean,
who knows?
Jesus,
I-
they're
Yeah.
wild out here with their soccer.
They love football out here. Yes, South America is the football continent.
Clearly, yeah, that in Africa.
In
But
Africa, yeah.
recently, they had a cup. Someone won the cup. Estudiantes. There was a game, and so one player from Estudiantes.
Estudiantes?
Yeah, the team is called Estudiantes. I think
Okay.
it's from Cordoba. But the guy
Cordoba.
was Cordoba. Jesus Christ.
Accent on the O.
I always say Cordoba.
Yeah, so
Accent on the
it's
O.
very American.
Cordoba.
But the guy when he
Accent on
was
the O.
driving,
Cordoba.
I guess he was driving with his friends after the game. One of the players crashed his car into a Shell station, hit a woman. I saw the video.
No.
He asked after he crashed, he slightly hit her, and she kind of slid away.
Oh.
And then his friends got out of the car and helped her up. But he's 25 years old, 23,
God.
25.
His life is ruined.
Yeah, because he hit a person too.
Yeah.
Not just property
Oh.
damage. But he was 4 times
Body damage.
4 times the legal limit.
Damn.
4 times.
4 times.
Wow. He had no business operating
Yeah,
a
no.
machinery of any sort. He couldn't even operate a battery-powered fan.
That's not even that is bad.
Like, where's the on-off switch? How did he
So-
get the keys?
I'm just imagining the party that they were at before. It wasn't the fucking rager. They were fucking drinking.
So what is it? A 0.8? 0.08?
0.08 is the legal limit, right?
Okay.
And here in
Yeah.
Argentina?
Here they use different things because in the States it's
Yeah.
pounds and fucking whatever
Yeah.
we use there.
0.06.
It's a different.
No, it's 0.08 in this.
It's a different measuring
0.08.
system.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's .06.
They measure it differently here, do they? No.
I
Or they just
use
the
like a
metric system.
weird number.
And it's
It
also
was
the
like
metric
1,
system.
2, 4. I don't know what number it was.
Because it's probably the metric system.
Yeah.
It's not imperial, like ounces
not
per,
there.
that's whatever.
I used
We
to.
don't know.
I bought this little breathalyzer for my phone. You can plug it in, back when we had aux cables for the
need that.
phones.
Oh.
I plugged in the aux cable and we would blow into the. We would all go to the bar
want one of
and get
those.
drunk, and then we start blowing through the fucking thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, you're not drunk yet. Oh, you're drunk. Oh, you're
Oh,
you're
God.
0.8, you're 0.5, whatever.
That could be dangerous.
That's not
Yeah.
the purpose of that. I think
Yeah.
you're supposed to say, "Oh, you get to drive."
Yeah. I blow that like halfway through the night, like, am I gonna get blackout tonight? Oh, I think not.
Lord.
Oh God.
It used to be a race. I mean,
Oh my God.
I used to go to the bar with my friends. It would be like a race to see who would be the designated driver. I would go with
The
Catherine.
fastest to the drunk is definitely not the designated drunk.
I would drink so much. I'm like, oh,
and
I
the
can't
loser
drive.
has to stop drinking and become designated.
Like now you have to designated drive Catherine, and Catherine would always drive. You know.
Oh no.
It's not what you drink or how much you drink. It's how fast you
fast,
drink.
yeah.
As fast it goes down that
It's the
gullet.
speed. Just way too much that your body can handle.
It's a shock.
Yeah. And it also is like really quite shocking what happens when alcohol goes into your body. Like it
I
turns
know.
into poisons.
It's a
Formaldehyde is one of
Your
them?
body
Yeah,
creates dopamine,
Yeah, as a result,
and the dopamine kind of counteracts it a little bit.
it makes you happy
But
and fun.
right. It's kind of like an
But in your
I guess it's
liver.
adrenaline.
Live in your kidneys. It converts to 2 or 3 things on the way. It turns to like acetaldehyde, and then to vinegar, and then from vinegar it gets converted into just water.
So alcohol turns into vinegar inside our body.
Well, first it turns into acetaldehyde. I don't know. I can't say that word right now.
acetaldehyde.
Acetaldehyde, something like that,
Acetaldehyde.
which is poisonous. That's the bad
It
shit.
turns into a poison, but somehow,
But-
because it's happening,
You have another
Weird.
enzyme that dissolves that pretty quickly.
into something else.
Yeah, vinegar.
Vinegar.
That's why they say you get pickled.
Yeah, pickled.
But before that, it turns into poison. That's why people turn pink and turn, Indians or Asians, they turn
yeah.
pink or they can't handle that because the poison is like racing through their cheeks.
And
And they can't do the vinegar like we can. So
Oh,
we just
yeah.
become vinegarized and the
We
vinegar
get pickled.
slowly just dissipates.
We
Okay.
get pickled.
Now,
So we
And
we're
does it
good
ever
at
get
that.
to a formaldehyde, or is it
It's
that
something like that,
aldehyde is it?
It's like a
That's what it is.
acetaldehyde.
And is that nothing but like if you took that poison out, is that the shit? Could you still hold like a brain in there?
Probably it's like
And
the
it would
same.
be
Acetal-
perfectly-
I think it's aldehyde. It's some kind of aldehyde. I think it's acetaldehyde.
Okay.
I have to look this up. Do not take my word for this.
Okay.
From Dr.
Okay.
Lowe here. I should know this.
Do
I'm
not
getting
take his word
pickled.
for it.
I'm pickled already because I know it turns into vinegar though.
That's true. This is why we call it pickled. And there's the guy, Pickle Rick.
Pickle Rick.
Pickle
Yeah.
Rick!
Yeah.
He's pickled.
And I always thought the reason you
Yeah.
have a hangover is because your body creates this chemical to turn alcohol into this chemical and then into vinegar. But when your body keeps producing this chemical, and if it doesn't have any more alcohol to interact with, this chemical your body produces is what makes you sick.
Ah.
And the next morning, that's why hair of the dog that bit you. Have you ever heard
Yeah.
that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
You
love
get
that
up in the
word.
morning, you have a drink, you drink
hair
a
of the dog
beer.
that bit you.
It's going to make you feel better because it's going to neutralize some of those
All that shit.
excessive, counteractive chemicals that your body produced to try to save your sorry ass.
Right. And also, I would imagine, like, as you're producing this, at one point you fall asleep, so you stop pissing, you stop drinking, so it's not flushing out. So it kind of builds up as you conked out, like, in the bed, and then the next morning you wake up, all that shit's all built up because you haven't been moving about for the night, like hours. Or as you're drinking, you're pissing, drinking, pissing, flushing, constantly flushing, and then all of a sudden you sleep. No more flushing, no more pissing, no more nothing. It's all built up.
Your kidneys are fun. Oh,
It's just
the kidneys are
building
gonna
up,
burst
building
out.
up, building up. So it's like getting you poisoned. I would imagine.
Well,
could
that
be,
could work
could
too.
be.
No, but it still turns it into water. That's why your bladder keeps filling.
That's true. Oh, well, after vinegar, it does turn into water,
It
right?
turns into water. Yeah.
It breaks the vinegar down
Breaks
into
it
water.
back down to
Yeah.
Why the hell do we do this?
Yeah, alcohol turns like
That's what
it's.
you need to be.
Yeah, this is why I love being around this guy because he's like,
Suddenly
dude,
your body
he'll,
takes.
he'll just be
the
laughing at me.
savior.
He'll be like, Johnny, you are probably in like the aldehyde state. I'm like, what does that even mean? Well, in a couple of minutes it'll break down into vinegar, then it'll break down into water, and then you're gonna have to take a piss. I'm like, oh, well, thank you.
Yeah.
And then boom, the piss hits. I'm like, oh, I have to take a piss. Indeed, you are right,
Full of
sir.
vinegar. You're getting pickled. Let's
Ooh.
get pickled today. Go get pickles.
God.
Ooh, I think it's time for our predictions.
Predictions. Ooh.
I have one.
Go ahead. Start it.
Because you were talking about mosquitoes. We were talking about mosquitoes. The warm weather and all this. I think, just like in France, I don't know if it was a year ago, we're going to have like an outbreak of bed bugs here.
Ooh.
Because bugs are going to start, with the warm weather,
scary.
bugs are going to start to... And
proliferate.
And people are going to be throwing mattresses out the window, furniture going to be strewn across the streets,
I hope not.
just like in France.
Oh, you know it. Oh, in the United States too.
Oh,
They had it there too, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a big bed bug epidemic.
and they had one in Paris, so
Nasty,
it's not
nasty.
far-fetched to think it would
Yeah.
come here.
And heat is the main thing that will kill bed bugs.
Oh.
Yeah, it
And
has
so,
to be the heat.
So some of the companies, I worked for an exterminating company, Orkin, when I was there. I was a salesman for them.
So you brought flamethrowers.
Well, no,
wish.
it was kind of like
Just-
that. We had these intense heating machines, and we would pump this hot air. It has to be like 105 or 110 degrees for an hour.
Oh, the
And-
precursor to the air
and it
fryer.
would kill all the bugs. But the problem was it would also kind of fuck up your stereo equipment
Oh, right.
and your
Oh,
sofa a little
no.
bit. So that turned out to something. I left the industry before they figured that one out. But that's what will kill them because we don't have DDT anymore.
Right. Oh,
DDT knocked them out.
shit.
That's why there weren't any bed bugs. But you can't do that anymore.
It turns out that shit is really bad for humans.
Yeah.
Really bad.
Okay, so we got an outbreak of bed bugs coming.
I think
Yeah.
the outbreak's happening.
Could
Yeah,
be.
some kind of outbreak.
Yeah, I hope not. I hope not. I have had bed bugs once in my life, only after I moved here, and I moved to a really shitty place, and I swear to God, that was the most terrible fucking time that I've ever had in my life. It was fucking horrible. Those things bite you everywhere, and you're just constantly itching, and you can't get rid of them. And they get into everything. Your clothes, your backpacks, your pants, everything. Everything. They're in your pockets. Oh, horrible. Horrible, 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 horrible.
Yeah.
Ew.
I've never
Horrible.
lived with bed bugs.
Oh,
I've seen plenty
good.
of cases when I've gone out
Good.
to nursing homes. That's really
Oh,
bad.
it's
You
so
know,
sad.
apartment
Oh, my
buildings.
God.
They can't
And
do anything about
It
it.
was crazy. We used to go out to inspect someplace as a salesman to see if they had, and we would unscrew the plates that covered up the light switches and covered up the
And there's
plug-ins
bugs in
to
there.
see if they were back in there.
Yeah,
And we
'cause
would
they're
pull drawers out of cabinets to see if they were up underneath there.
Yep.
Because a bed bug can make an egg.
Nice.
They lay an egg every 3 days.
Jesus.
And it takes like,
Same
I
with
think it was like
mosquitoes.
2 months, 60 days for a bed bug to get to the point where it could reproduce. And so you can see how
Damn.
if they're, 60 days, you got another 60
Boom, boom,
bugs
boom,
that are
boom,
getting, yeah, it's
Yeah.
exponential.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a real drama.
I remember when they finally fumigated the house, everyone was complaining. I was like, I don't even know what the fuck is going on. They said take all your drawers out, take everything and put it open, all bags open, everything in the middle of your room. Take your mattress and set it like T-shaped to your
Perpendicular.
bed,
Bed frame.
and then they just filled that shit with this chemical, and they're like, everyone needs to leave the house, and they just filled it up. The bedbugs were gone immediately after that.
Well, that's good.
But I remember walking
Maybe
in.
it was DDT.
Yeah, I remember walking in and it smelled like weird. It smelled very bad. I was like, this does not smell good. I'm pretty sure I just should not be inhaling this. I remember feeling very discomforted.
We lost a couple of years on your life.
Yes. A couple of years were definitely axed off. Okay,
Oh,
but
Lord.
damn, I get that. I've experienced it, so I know.
Bed bugs. Ugh,
Yeah,
I can't even.
that
Okay.
was. Okay, that was your prediction.
Yeah,
Fine.
next
Do you have
one.
one?
Well, I'm not sure. I really kind of want to explain to the people that when we sit here and do these podcasts, sometimes we open doors and we have no idea what's behind that door.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you heard that today because
Yeah.
we really went off on
And
that.
every other day too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't know what's behind the door. We open it
Right.
up and we fearlessly
Hello.
we tread where heroes fear to tread.
Ooh, come on, get the
Fools rush in where heroes fear to tread.
or the one from Star Trek. We tread where no one has
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Who boldly go where no man has gone,
gone before. There you go. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Okay.
that's the thing.
So continue.
But
Sorry.
I have to say, Johnny, one of your predictions about Malay maybe tossing a bone.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Did not come true.
Not going to happen.
No, he's not gonna do it.
He's not going to do it.
Yeah, he ain't gonna do it. So
He doubled down.
yeah,
He doubled down. on
yeah.
it.
I realized
That's
this man
good.
is so serious.
That's good.
He
It's a
is-
slippery slope if he starting some of those entitlement payments
Oh yeah,
to people.
that's
Yeah.
true. So if he starts doing that, then everyone's like, you give
Everyone's line up.
you give a moose a muffin, he's gonna want some jam to go with it.
Okay.
So that's an old
Whatever
children-
you said.
That's an old children's book.
It's an old children's
If you
book,
give a
yeah.
moose a muffin, he's gonna want some jam. So you invite him to the house.
Oh, okay.
And you give him some jam, but he has huge antlers, so he's destroying everything along the way. And he ends up destroying your
So
house.
he's gonna want to come
So if you
inside.
give him one
It's
thing
good,
out of
but
the
he
nicest
doesn't want to
of
eat
your heart.
outside, so he's gonna want to come inside and sit with you and eat it because he doesn't want to eat outside.
Then he wants a sweater. Then he
The
wants a
next thing you know,
scarf.
he wants a sweat, and like you give a moose a muffin, he'll take everything and destroy all your shit.
So out of the nicest of your heart, you give him the muffin, but
Yeah.
never give a moose a
It's a
muffin.
very capitalistic book.
Okay.
Because then you'll end up destroying your entire house. In the end of the book, the kid,
Well,
his whole house is destroyed because he took him to the kitchen to get him jam. He destroyed the kitchen.
Right,
Huge
right.
antlers. He destroyed his bedroom to get the sweater. Anyway,
and,
go ahead.
to go back, so your prediction is like, do you have a prediction,
No,
or
well,
you're saying,
it's-
Johnny, your
I-
prediction?
It's the
You
anti-prediction.
know,
Fell
okay,
fell
here-
flat.
here's a prediction. You know, the apartment renting laws are really changing
Oh, yeah,
fast
true.
here in Argentina. And I predict that there's going to be a big brouhaha, if you will, when all this stuff hits the fan. Because the people that own the apartments and rent the apartments, they've been doing all this stuff for so long and taking advantage of people. I'm sorry. Now,
true.
if you own apartments here,
I like where this is going.
the government's going to come down on them,
Yeah.
and it's just going to be a big mess.
Yeah, they're
It's
not going to
probably-
be able to take advantage as much as they used to because
Yeah.
capitalism rules
And
now.
what's going to happen? The courts are probably going to be filled with renters versus rentees.
Owners.
Owners.
Landlords.
Yeah.
Landlords versus renters.
Yeah.
Because
or
they-
really renters versus landlords.
Yeah, that the other way around.
Yeah. Us versus them.
Yeah. So
Uh,
that's my prediction.
Fair.
Yeah.
No, I
It
think
ain't much.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
I think
And
it's
we've seen some things about that. And we'll talk to you about that later.
Yeah, the system here is terrible.
My prediction, I'm going to make it quick. I've thought about this one before. As Argentina, we told you last week, makes a $10 bill, 10,000 peso bill. Sorry. Wait, what did I say? As they make these bigger bills, I think people are going to get more comfortable charging larger amounts for things. So I think there's going to be a small price hop in things because they're like, well, you have all these 10,000s. Why don't I take those off of you instead of take your mountain of thousands? We were all thinking in thousands, so we can be priced in thousands. But now that we have 10,000 bills, they might start pricing. I think there's going to be a small hike
It's
in
not
prices
Inflationary? You're talking about
and non-inflationary.
Non-inflationary.
I think just by greed,
Like a money
Just
grab.
by-
like greed, yeah.
Yeah,
until
rounding it up.
right until people get used to just paying one bill for something, they're gonna accept paying two bills because they're just so used to giving bills out. So they're gonna take advantage of that. Give me two bills. Give me the 20,000 instead of this, and they're like, oh. Instead of counting out 20, you just give them 20, and it's so easy. Now, boom, your stack goes away so fast. But now that it's done in two bills, it doesn't feel like your stack is gone. You know? So I think there's going to be a lot of price gouging happening. People grabbing because it's also quite dire circumstances.
It's also weird that they went from the 2,000 to the 10. They didn't even do
10.
for 5,000.
Yeah.
No.
They didn't
True.
go $5
But
bill.
I think they thought, in given inflation, it's probably not even worth it.
Yeah, imagine the
Like a
change
10
you're
or
gonna have to
5.
make when someone comes in with a tenner.
Yeah.
A tenner, I call it.
And they got
Right.
20s too, I hear.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
20s are coming
20
in late December.
Lord
Late
have mercy.
December.
Supposedly, late
Okay, so
December.
they're going to stage it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they well, but
All right.
and also they're
That'll work.
trying they're trying to do it non-inflationary. So the banks are having to give the government mills
To burn.
in exchange. Yeah, and they're gonna the central bank is gonna burn them.
Okay.
So to take the
So
money
it's
out,
not like you're
put
adding more to the monetary
You're not
pool.
printing money.
Exactly. So they don't have inflation on it. They're gonna and just replace
So every
it with
$1 million
10
or $1 million pesos they put in, they take out $1 million
And
and
burn
burn it.
Very
Yeah.
good.
and take all those numbers out of circulation.
Very
There you
good.
go.
So Milei is really trying to stop and curb inflation and get it back to capitalism.
What a job that is. I would want to work at that burning plant.
Oh yeah.
Everyone has sticky fingers in the burning plant. They're like,
like,
burn all this money.
maybe this extra packet might end itself up in my backpack as I walk home.
Yeah.
Oh Oh
like
my
one of those
God.
jobs you have to work at naked. Bring
Right.
the money.
Yeah, like a Coke plant.
Anyways, on that note,
And with that,
that dirty.
Well, if you're going to be burning and snorting Coke, well, would you snort me into your like and subscribe button, please? Because we might be as good as Coke to you. Thank you all for listening in to your favorite podcast. If you liked today's episode, and especially if you didn't, please like and subscribe on your favorite podcasting app. Until next week, ladies and gentlemen, this has been another slow paro day of
The
Velvet Hammer.
hey, have a great week.
La, la, la.